All right, Shalom. Once again, I'm thankful and I'm grateful to be able to come out here to preach and to prophesy unto my people, being you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And according to the Holy Bible, you are the biblical Israelites, all right? And this is based off of your father's genetic line. This is based off of agnate relations. Your nationality or your race is determined off of your father's genetic line because your father holds the seed. We also come out here to preach and to prophesy unto you other nations as well. And also seeing that our people have been dispersed all throughout the earth and we've been mixed and mingled amongst the heathen, some of our people look like these other nations. All right? You know, I'll do my best to bring this lesson out. I went to a dentist appointment and got some dental work done, and they still need to make some adjustments. So as I'm talking right now, it feels kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna do what I can through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? But as always, we're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna give all thanks and praises unto our power, the power of Israel, not the power of any other nation. And what is his name? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Warakwadash. Peace, blessings, much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters also. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4 and verse 13. We having the same spirit of faith. To have faith is an actual spirit. Just like to have this truth, that's an actual spirit. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak. So me and men like myself, we come out here and we speak because we believe. We believe because we have faith. Faith is an actual spirit. And that's a spirit that the majority of this world cannot receive. That's why many people, they don't understand why we do this. In their minds, this is a little silly. This is cuckoo. But this pleases Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And it shows that we believe. That's why we do this work. Okay? We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe, therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak. So the men who come out here in the stead of Yahweh Shai, the true men of the Lord, they come out and do this because they believe. They believe it so much, they come out here and they speak it because of that spirit of faith that's been given to them. Let's go to Psalms 119. Psalms 119 and verse 42. So shall I have wherewith to answer him that reproacheth me, for I trust in thy word. And take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth, for I have hoped in thy judgments. So we hope that this word that we believe in, that we speak on, that we keep on speaking it. We hope that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai does not take it away, because this spirit that's on us, it could easily be taken away, but Lord willing, that does not happen. Okay? And take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth, for I have hoped in thy judgments. So we hope in the ordinances of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We hope in it so much, we come out here and speak it. We hope in it so much that we hope that it does not depart from our mouth. Let's touch on the book of Psalms chapter 22 and verse 9. But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. So going all the way back to the time of us being babies, we already had hope. Even before that, when we were still in our mother's womb, we already had hope. Okay? Hope is given to you from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And we put our faith, we put our hope in the words that are written in these scriptures. So much that we come out here and we bring it out. Okay? But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. So this hope, the faith, it's either in you or it's not. You don't come into this truth and all of a sudden you have hope. You come into this truth and the hope that's already in you, it grows. It intensifies. It starts to make more sense. Okay? Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 12. Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. So we are prisoners of hope. And that hope was given to us when we were babies. Even before that, this hope was given to us when we were still in our mother's womb. The Lord already knew us, man. The Lord knew us before the world begun. Okay? Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. So we're looked at as prisoners of hope, man. Everybody doesn't have that because it's a gift that the majority cannot receive. And no amount of money can give you this. This is such a valuable purchase that all the gold and silver, all the rubies in the world cannot give you such a thing. And we have hope in Yahushai. Yahushai is the word. And that's why we believe in his word. That's why we teach his word. Okay? And we're prisoners of hope, man. Most people, they don't believe in the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But at the end of the day, it's only for the elect anyway. Okay? Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. So going into that word hope, in Hebrews 86:15, the word says tikvah, cord, hope, expectation. So we have expectations. Our expectation is the reward that was told to us. The reward that's found within the scriptures, man. And you have to believe that wholeheartedly. Okay? I know that I do, man. And so much that I'm captivated in the hope of Yahushai. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 In verse 1, finally, brethren, pray for us that the word of the Lord may have free course and be glorified even as it is with you, and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men. For all men have not faith. So all men don't believe. All men are not convinced or convicted in their spirit that the words of the Lord are faithful and true. The majority of people lack that hope. They lack that faith. Okay? And that we may be delivered. So we're looking to be delivered, to be severed away, to be rescued away from these faithless bastards, man. And that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men. For all men have not faith. So all men have not faith. Why is that? Because all men were not gifted that. Faith is not something that everybody's just given. It's not a free penny. Faith is actually a gift. Let's get that. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith. Okay, so through grace, through the Lord's mercy towards us, through the Lord's loving kindness towards us, right? We are able to receive this truth. We're able to believe. We're able to have hope. We're able to be encouraged. We're able to be inspired through the Lord's loving kindness, his mercy. Because in reality, we all deserve death. Not one male or female on earth on their own deserves justification. But the Lord is willing to do that because he makes the rules. Okay? That's the beautiful thing about Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. When it comes to his elect, you haven't done anything so far that the Lord can't forgive you and deliver you. And a lot of men don't talk about this, but there's even elect who back in the world were sodomites, man. And then they come into this truth, and they might not say that, but I'll say this. If you come into this truth, and back in the world you were a sodomite, and let's say you told some brothers and they treat you funny, that's a burden you got to carry. You got to carry that burden, okay? Because naturally brothers are going to feel a certain kind of way. Nevertheless, if you fully turn away from that, if you're of the elect, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to deliver you. Okay? Matter of fact, let me hold this scripture. Because when you go to the church of Corinth, Paul was dealing with that within that church. You had sodomites. Okay? 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the power? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. So there were men, okay, in the church who were once abusing themselves with mankind, performing sodomy, okay, being a sodomite. In today's world, you'd call that a homosexual or gay, which gay just means happy. That's not what they are. A lot of them are actually depressed. Okay? Now, verse 11 is the point. And such were some of you. So Paul was telling the church of Corinth, look, some of you were abusing yourself with mankind. Which means what? Some of you were sodomites. But here you are now. Paul, in his ignorance, he was persecuting the Lord's church. Okay? But he was able to turn away from that. Okay? There's no sin too great for any of the Lord's elect. So seeing that the Lord is showing us grace and mercy in his loving kindness, it's only right that we do our part. Now, we can get over that and go back to Ephesians. I had to say that for a moment. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of the power, not of works, lest any man should boast. So the faith that we are given was a gift. We weren't given faith based off of our works. But seeing that we were already given that faith, if it's given to us, the works that we do comes from the faith that we have. And then it's naturally going to get stronger. But we're not gaining faith because of how many works we perform. It's based off of the faith that's already in us, that's moving us to perform the works that we perform, which was given to us from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and doing so naturally makes us stronger. But it's not based off of our greatness. Okay? 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 7, because it just said it's not of works, but that doesn't mean we're not supposed to be doing the work. 2nd Ezra 9 and 7, and everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. So we believe through our faith. Through our faith, we perform our works. And doing these things, we're hoping that we can be delivered. We can be saved up out of this condition that we are currently in. So we are indeed going to be saved based off of the gift that was given to us, Lord willing, which is our faith. 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, and verse 5. And ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned before they were sealed, that have gathered faith for a treasure. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also shall they be ended, and by no other. Okay, so we're gathering up faith like treasure. We're going to be saved through our faith. So let's read this again in 2nd Ezra 6 and 5. And ere the present years sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned before they were sealed, that have gathered faith for a treasure. So the elect who are sealed, they're gathering up faith like a treasure. Their faith is increasing, but that faith was already in them. And that faith is not given to everybody. But those outside of that, those who don't have that faith, those who don't believe, you know what's going to happen to them? 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So all the unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness. That's how important it is to have faith. And so much that having faith is a part of that reward of salvation. You're going to get that gift, and through that gift, you're going to receive a gift. Through belief, you're going to receive a gift. Okay? And that gift is so special that not having it, it can cost you, in fact, it will cost you your life, because all the unfaithful will die. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that's why Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to turn up judgment in this world. a lot of death and destruction's coming to this society, man. Because without faith, it's highly impossible to please Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? This is the book of Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. That's why all the unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness, because the Lord cannot stand that. It's impossible to please Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai and have no faith. If he didn't give you that gift, it's because he doesn't like you. Okay? But without faith, it is impossible to please him. So, it's impossible to be done. It can't be obtained. You can't please the Lord if you're not given that gift of faith. Okay? But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the power must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. All right? Philippians. All right, this is the book of Philippians, chapter 4, and verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. So we have to ponder on righteousness. We shouldn't be caught up in this world, because having our mind caught up in this world too much will help diminish your faith. That's like a kryptonite, being too caught up in the ways of this world. Okay? And one of the primary ways of this world is being overly consumed in women. You're a man. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and tell you don't deal with women, because I wouldn't follow that. I can't do that. I like women. I'm not capable of that. Okay? At least not at this particular moment. Okay? Just being honest. But nevertheless, being too caught up in women, being too caught up in this world, that can diminish your faith. That can diminish your value in this ministry. So we have to ponder on good things. Ponder on things that's going to get us delivered. Ponder on the kingdom of heaven. More than pondering on, multiplying on money, multiplying wives, multiplying cars. Okay? And these are things that we like. We have our likes and desires, but right now we have to set our mind on the kingdom, because this world's fallen. There's no need to have any investments in this place. Okay? Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of a good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. Yeah, so think on righteousness. We shouldn't be pondering on this world too much, man. Not saying your goals and your dreams being in this ministry just keep you at a level where you just can't enjoy yourself in the world. Now you can't go out for drinks. You can't look at women, right? You can't go deal with the woman. You can't enjoy yourself. You can't have yourself looking nice. You got to look like a bum. You know, there's a lot of doctrines. A lot of people will correlate, you know, looking lowly to just looking like you climbed out of a trash can. Okay? We're not saying, you know, meditating on the kingdom means just totally, you know, become so detached from this world that now you're just being silly, man. Now you're just being silly. You know, you're walking around carrying a cross on your back. Somebody asks you, hey, what you doing? Hey, I'm carrying my cross, right? You know, you're just doing silly shit. We're not saying be silly, but nevertheless, we have to ponder on the kingdom. We have to be kingdom minded. Okay? Second Corinthians 4:17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So we're looking on eternal things. We're looking on the kingdom of heaven. This society's finished. It's going down, man. That's why brothers meditate on the kingdom. Now, guess what? We're still in the flesh. We're still here. You still gonna look at fine-ass women. You still might approach one. You still might go out for a drink if that's what you like to do. You still might watch sports. You still might watch a movie. You still might play a video game. All right? You still might do, you know, certain things in this world to pass the time. But our primary concern is really focusing on the kingdom of heaven. Okay? And this world is set up as a distraction. And it's very easy to get so caught up in the world that days can pass and you've done nothing for the Lord. And we don't want that. James chapter 2 and verse 14. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him? So you can't have faith without works. Faith and works correlate together. They go hand in hand. Okay? Let's go to verse, I'll read 15. If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. So if you're doing this work without faith, it's dead. If you claim to have faith, but you're not showing any work, then your works are dead, man. It's in vain. Let's go to verse 20. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he offered Isaac his son upon the altar? So Abraham exercised an example of work. And so much because of his obedience, he was called a friend of the Heavenly Father. And through Abraham, the covenant was made. Down to Isaac, Isaac down to Jacob, Jacob down to the 12 patriarchs. Okay? First Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 3. Remembering without ceasing your work of faith. So if you have faith, you'll put work in. If you put work in, it has to be with faith or it's in vain. And labor of love and patience of hope in our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach in the sight of the power and our Father. Knowing, brother beloved, your election of the power. So you have to remember to show your faith through your works, man. And if you love the church, if you love your brethren, you would show it by doing these works, putting out these videos, reading the scriptures, not just ranting and talking, and you're not bringing out no scriptures, man. Which, that's nice that some brothers can do that. Me, myself, I'm not the biggest talker. So I like to just get to the point, hit the scriptures and move on, man. And be edifying as much as possible. Okay? Every now and again I could talk, but overall, I'm not much of a talker as a everyday person. But there's moments I can be, though. Anyway, let's go to Revelations chapter 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. And who are the saints? The saints are Israelites. Okay? The Israelites are the consecrated ones, starting with the elect. Revelations 14 and 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the power and the faith of Yahushua. So we have to be patient, keep the commandments, and have faith. And all of that requires work. All of that requires effort. Okay? And that's what we hope to do with coming out here doing these lessons, man. Doing videos throughout the week. We're hoping to be, found faithful. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the power and the faith of Yahushua. Okay? So we have to keep faith and we have to keep the commandments. And on top of that, we have to endure all the hell. We have to deal with the non-believers. We have to deal with the flesh. We have to deal with a lot of things. Okay, let's go to 2 Timothy. Chapter 4 and verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. So if you believe, if you have faith, you're going to do the work. You're going to make full proof of this ministry out in the open, in front of everybody, with no shame. I'm right across the street from Walmart, man. This is a pretty popular store, and seeing that a lot of people come here to shop, all they got to do is look across the street. I'm right here, man. There's a highway right there. I'm not hiding. But you have a lot of men who are hiding, and what makes it even worse, you have men who are hiding and they're in groups. They don't even come and teach alone. It'd be a little more understandable, which not justified, but it'd be a little more understandable if you were teaching alone hiding out, but you have men in whole camps hiding out in areas where no one can see them. There's work to be done, man. That's really doing the work of the Lord deceitfully. People need to see this work being done. The elect still needs to be drawn in. And I think a lot of you guys, it's in your mind that the elect is already sealed, so you feel like you could just go hide out in areas where no one can see you. But watch thou in all things, endure affliction, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. Okay? So we have to make this to be shown to the world, shown to the masses. People have to see what we're doing. All right? Let's go to Mark. Chapter 16 and verse 15. And he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. So Yahushua, he told us to teach this gospel in the open. Teach it to every creature. And that primary creature, of course, being you Israelites. But overall, to all creatures, man. Because when you're out here in the open, who's watching you? You got squirrels, birds, people, ants, earthworms, who knows what. A raccoon could be hiding out in the bush somewhere, but we out here prophesying in the open to every creature, so to speak. It's another way of just referencing, go out in the open and do this work. Why do we do this? Because we believe it. 414. I haven't really been paying attention to no numbers, but I've been seeing a lot of spiritual numbers. 84, 75. I just saw 414. Okay? And he said unto them, Yahweh Shai said this to the disciples, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel unto every creature. Okay? So we have to teach this gospel unto all of our people in the open. And then within doing that, all these other different nations will hear it as well. Hey, how you doing? And not only that, different creatures will hear it as well. There may be a butterfly, a bird, anything, hearing us exalt our voice in the power of the Lord. Because the power of the Lord is being exalted throughout the earth through his men. And all it takes is a few men for this word to spread, because that's how the Lord wants to do it. But we have to do this openly. Okay? We have to endure this. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 7. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but the power that giveth the increase. So Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is increasing, brothers. He's increasing our faith. And remember, faith is a gift, so it's already given to you. And over time, it gets bigger. It grows and grows. And this word, along with doing the works, that's what also helps your faith to grow. Okay? So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but the power that giveth the increase. You go into that word increase in Greek 837, the word says awaxeno. That's a weird one. To cause to grow, augment, to increase, become greater. So brothers, faith is becoming greater. And our reward in heaven is awaiting us, man. Okay? To grow, increase of plants, and the Lord planted us, of infants, of a multitude of people, of inward Christian growth. A prolonged form of a primary verb to grow, wax, that is enlarge, grow, increase. So yeah, the Lord is increasing us through this word, man. All right? Let's go to the book of Romans. Chapter 12 and verse 7. Let me jump back. Romans 12 and verse 6. Having then gifts differing according to the grace. So we already know that faith itself is a gift. And we also understand that the majority of our people are not going to be given that gift. All right? It says, having then the gifts, which brothers have different gifts, differing according to the grace that is given to us. Whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the portion of faith. So faith is a gift, and to be able to come out here and to teach and to prophesy, that is also a gift within itself. Or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching. Okay, so doing this work is a gift, and it also requires faith to teach, which is also a gift. So that's a beautiful thing, knowing that we don't do this on our own, man. And seeing that this word isn't for the majority of people, the Lord is only dealing with a handful of men and women, sons and daughters. Just like going back to the time of Noah, when the Lord flooded all the earth, well, today, he's going to flood all of America with fire. Thermonuclear missiles, man. America's going to be destroyed for what this world deems as the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. We're the Lord's people. Based off of what you've done to us, the apple of the Lord's eye, judgment has to be brought to this place. Okay? And those conditions will be met thoroughly. Let's go to 1 Timothy's. See where I am. 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 14. Neglect not the gift that is in thee. So faith, that's a gift that's in you. To be able to prophesy, that's a gift that's in you. To have hope, that's a gift. It says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying of hands of the presbytery, being the elders, man. Okay? And we have to remember where we learned this from. Even if we bump heads or we may not get along or there's a disagreement, at the end of the day, we have to remember what we've learned and where we learned it from. Okay? And hopes to increase from there. Be men of integrity, not men of pride, not men who's trying to have the mentality of overthrowing those in higher rank than us, man. Just being thankful that we're gifted opportunity to have a fighting chance to receive the kingdom, which would have to mean if for those men, we were already called and chosen from the foundation of the world. And I'm hoping to be a part of that. Neglect not the gift that is in thee. So if you were to be in a careless spirit, if you were to be in a spirit of feeling hopeless, feeling down and worn out, that's neglecting the gift. Okay? Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. So that's why we do this. We do this in hopes that not only us ourselves can be delivered, but those who also believe. We teach and prophesy for all the believers. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 22. Wherefore tongues are for a sign, not to them that believe, but to them that believe not. But prophesying serveth not for them that believe not, but for them which believe. So we come out here and we prophesy for those who believe right along with us, man. Those who are just like us, who hear this word, okay, in hopes that they can be sealed through this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay? If therefore the whole church be come together into one place, and all speak with tongues, and there come in those that are unlearned or unbelievers, will they not say that they are mad? So speaking in tongues really just goes into speaking other languages. And there's a lot of people who already, don't believe in the gospel. So if we were to speak in a language they wouldn't understand, that's definitely not going to help. We speak in such a way that our people are to be edified. that our people are to grow, that our people are to take something from the lesson that they can use towards their salvation, not scratch their head and say, damn, what did I learn? Right? We teach in hopes that it's profitable for ourselves, but for also those who believe as well. First Corinthians chapter 13. First Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy, so remember, this is a gift, to be able to prophesy, to have faith, to have hope. These things are gifts from the Lord. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I can remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. So understand, it's important to do the work. It's important to have faith. You know, being able to prophesy, to teach the Bible, that's important. That's a beautiful thing. Okay? But all of that will mean nothing if you're doing it without charity, or if you're doing all of that without brotherly love. Okay? Let's read that again. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 2. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I can remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. So we have to have everything as a collective. You got to have the charity. You got to have the faith. You got to have hope. You have to have these different attributes, these different gifts that come from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because without these things, when it comes down, we're nothing. And ultimately seeing that we don't do this on our own, there's no such thing as free will. We give all the credit to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now, when Jeremiah was young, Jeremiah said he was just a child. But the Lord told him, say you're not a child. Basically, go out there and teach. Go do this work that I told you to do. So here it is. You got men in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, not doing what the Lord asked of them. Jeremiah chapter 1 and 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, Ah Lord, power, Yahweh, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But the Lord said unto me, say not I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. So it was told unto Jeremiah, hey, don't say you're a child. Do what I asked you to do, which is to be obedient and to push this word. It says, be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord Yahweh. So the Lord is with us, man. And we can't have the spirit of being nervous, being in the spirit of fear, because people may harden their face towards us. Okay? We come out here in great boldness through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. So we're out here standing in great boldness, man, in front of everybody. This word is going out all throughout the world, and guess what? That's bringing the end of this kingdom. All right? Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Revelations chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So we're at the time of the end, man. And the scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes 3 that there is a time and a season for everything. And now we're in that time, and we're in that season of the end of all things in Esau's kingdom. Okay? So why wouldn't we come out here seeing that we believe? Okay? And not everybody's meant to be a teacher. I might go on ahead and close it out. I may pull out a couple more, or I might just close it out. Give me a moment. This is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So you have a lot of men who claim to be teachers and prophets leading our people astray, speaking lies, hiding out in areas where nobody can see them. They don't really have the spirit of belief. They come off like they believe, but deep down inside, they're not really convicted or convinced in their spirit that what the scriptures say is actually the truth. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. And the scriptures tell you in Hosea 4 and 6 that our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Okay? Matthew chapter 22 and verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye find, bid to the marriage. So we're out here, trying to bid our people to repent, to turn back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But a lot of our people are too blind, following behind these false prophets. All right? Let's go to Matthew 15 and verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. So if the blind lead the blind, both are going to fall into the ditch. The leader and the follower. There ain't no excuse, man. Because the Lord has risen up the men who he deemed worthy to come out here and preach his word, man. But a lot of our people, they want to follow after lies. Okay? Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. And that's what the Bible says, man. We come out here trying to give our people the light, but they rather follow after blind leaders. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 5. Ye are all the children of light. And we're trying to shine that light upon our people because the majority are what? In darkness. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So we can't be asleep like everybody else. We have to be up. We have to be alert and consider and understand that we are definitely at the end of the world, man. So the fact that we believe and we come out here and teach, and the fact that brothers are increasing in the spirit, that's a sign on its own that we're at the end. All right? I'll go on ahead and I'm gonna go on ahead and close it there. I need to get home and get some sleep. But you know, Lord willing, this lesson, it was simple and it was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. So as always, I have to give all thanks and praises unto our power, the power of Israel, not the power of any other nation. All right? And what's his name? Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Warakwadash. Hey, until my next lesson, Lord willing, hey, Shalom, I'm out, man. Another day closer to the kingdom.